The question is, state important properties of a magnet. So the important properties of a magnet are as follows. The first property of a magnet is attractive property, which is a very simple property. A magnet attracts pieces of iron and other magnetic materials towards itself. Moving on to the second property, which is called the directive property. So if a magnet is suspended with a fine silk thread so that it is free to rotate in a horizontal plane, then the magnet invariably points in north-south direction. This direction in which a freely suspended bar magnet rests in the equilibrium position is known as the magnetic meridian. So let me explain this property. So here, let us suppose there is a fine silk thread and I have tied a magnet at its end. Suppose this is a bar magnet. So when in equilibrium position, the magnet will automatically align itself in the north-south direction. Suppose this is north direction and this is south direction. Also, this axis along which the magnet will align itself is called the magnetic meridian. This axis is magnetic meridian. Moving on to the next property. Each magnet has two magnetic poles where its magnetic attractive property is maximum. If a bar magnet is brought near a layer of iron fillings, maximum quantity of iron fillings clings to the magnets near its two ends. And these points are what we call as magnetic poles of a given magnet. Thus, the poles of a magnet are the points where the attractive property of a magnet is maximum. As a freely suspended magnet rests in the north-south direction, the magnetic pole situated towards the north of the earth is called north pole of the magnet, and the other pole pointing in the south direction is called the south pole of the magnet. So this property says that a magnet has two poles where the attractive property of the magnet is maximum. So these are called the poles of the magnet. The magnetic pole situated towards the north of the earth is called the north pole, and the magnetic pole which points towards the south direction is called the south pole. Moving on to the next property. Two magnetic poles of a magnet cannot be separated by any means. If a magnet is divided into two or more pieces, each part behaves as a complete magnet and has both north as well as south poles. This clearly shows that the magnetic poles exist only in pairs, and a single monopole, either north or south, cannot exist in nature. So consider this is a bar magnet which has two poles, north and south. If I break it from the middle, both these individual pieces, like these are the two pieces, will behave as a complete magnet. Both of these magnets will have both north pole as well as south pole like this. Now moving on to the fifth property. Like magnetic poles, that is north and north or south and south, repel each other, but unlike poles, attract each other. The next property is each magnet has a region around it in which the force of a magnet can be detected. Such a region is known as magnetic field of that magnet. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.